Hello YouTube, it's Mad Max back again with another quick Magic Arena video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a fun deck I put together. Not the most competitive deck, but it's just a fun deck. It's mono black with Experimental Frenzy. I'll play a few matches, then I'll come back and show you guys what's in the deck, but you'll see it obviously as we play it, so let's just jump right into it. Let's get into the gameplay. It's a really fun deck if it works. Basically it's a lot of really fast one-drop mono black creatures. Spawn of Mayhem is kind of the curve topper for the creatures, and then we splash for Light Up the Stage and Experimental Frenzy. And you know, the problem you run into with decks like this where you have a bunch of one drops is a lot of times you'll run out of steam. They'll put down a blocker that kind of nerfs all your one blocks, and that's where Spawn of Mayhem comes in. That's where Light Up the Stage, Experimental Frenzy comes in. So this looks pretty good. We got a one drop, a two drop, Experimental Frenzy. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep this. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a little bit of tempo here. I think... Let's see. Question is, do I play him on first turn and not play anything on second turn? I think I'm going to go this route here, because I want to get Graveyard Marshal out on the second turn. Or... definitely going to pay 2 life. How about this Duress and play Grasping Scoundrel on this turn? Okay. So we're definitely going to take out the Settle the Wreckage. Looks like my opponent's probably playing some type of blue-white control deck here. Got a lot of card draw. Might be trying to card draw into something like Omniscience, which could be really annoying. So we're just going to attack here. We'll be able to get our Spawn of Mayhem down. Experimental Frenzy is going to be good here if we can get it off. Okay, we won't get Spawn of Mayhem down here because we don't get our Spectacle trigger. So next turn, if we draw a land, we're going to Experimental Frenzy before hopefully he can counter it. He is leaving up counter magic, which is unfortunate. How about this? Let's just attack in and see what he does. He's going to opt. That's good. That means that having 2 mana instead of 3 means there's less counters that he could play. Can't play Absorb with that. Could play an Essence Scatter or a Negate. Okay. That's fine. We still get our Spawn of Mayhem down. Or we could Kitesail. I'm just going to get Spawn of Mayhem down here. Next turn I think I'll Kitesail next turn, I think, just to make sure he doesn't have another board wipe. See what he does to Spawn of Mayhem. He's looking at him. Spawn of Mayhem is just, I mean, he's a removal magnet. A lot of times he does not stay on the board very long. Good thing is he didn't do anything about him this turn, so he's going to take a good bit of damage here. We tackle in. I need to Freebooter, make sure he doesn't have any mass removal. Okay, I got a Seal Away, so you can create a 4/4 token at sorcery speed. I think I gotta take the Seal Away here. So Warrant, he's definitely gonna put the spawn back on top of the library. That is annoying because that does slow me down. I need to get to 4 so I can get my Frenzy out. So there's our 4th land, that's fine. So I'll go ahead and play that. I'm not going to attack with the Freebooter. I don't want him to get Seal Away back. If he wants to put the Spawn of Mayhem back on top of the library, that's fine. Next turn I can get out the Frenzy. So he does have Nezahal. He's only at 5 land. Yep, knew that was going to happen. Alright, he'll still take 2 here. We'll get down to Marshal. So let's see what he's got here. Nezahal. The deploy, he could make 2 1/1 blockers. Prying Eyes, draw 4 cards. I mean, he's just gonna draw into something, into a mass removal or something eventually with all his card draw. That'll slow me down a little bit. The question is, do I get Frenzy down now, or do I play Spawn of Mayhem first? I think I probably play Spawn of Mayhem first. I don't know. Maybe it's better to get it down now. Gonna double block that. Opponent's still doing pretty good on life, so I'm gonna get Spawn of Mayhem down. Next turn I'll play the Frenzy. Okay, so this turn he might just Nezahal, right? He's got 7. What does this thing even do? I don't even remember. Okay, Nezahal can't be countered, no maximum hand size. When an opponent casts non-creature spell, draw a card, discard 3 cards. Okay, so he's probably going for some type of Omniscience type deck. So when I play Light Up the Stage, he'll get to draw a card. That's unfortunate. Still got my flyers attacking in the air. I mean, I'm definitely gonna play this. Light Up the Stage, see what I can get. Got a land and a Footlight Fiend. Well, it could have been better, to be honest. But we're gonna go ahead and get the Frenzy down here. I'll draw another card. As long as he doesn't blow up all the creatures, I think I should be fine. The problem, he's still a ways away from Omniscience, and I'm thinking that's what this deck is. He could play the card that lets him draw 7 cards, but the problem is he doesn't have that many more turns unless he has a blow up all the creatures spell. Draw 2 cards. He could draw into a Seal Away here, or not Seal Away, Settle the Wreckage. See what he's got. He didn't attack, which, you know, you might as well if you're him. Alright, so this very well could be Settle the Wreckage. Okay, so we could walk the plank here. Yeah, I think we could go ahead and walk the plank, get rid of him. He gets to draw another card. Okay, so no Settle the Wreckage. I don't have to worry about that. That's good to know. I will attack with both flyers. Okay, now he could have Cleansing Nova next turn, maybe. Go ahead and play this stuff out. Another Footlight Fiend. Good thing is, if he blows up all the creatures, he's still going to take 2 from the Footlight Fiend. And I think it all comes down to this turn. I mean, he could... Let's see... What could he do to gain a bunch of life here? Not really sure. I mean, if he had Black Vraska's Contempt... Surprised I haven't seen a Teferi yet, to be honest. He didn't blow up all the creatures, so he could have Settle. Next. If he has Settle, I don't want to give him the Seal Away back. If he has Settle, we can force him just to use it on this one creature, so I see what happens. He could also have that Warrant card, I guess, that puts him back on top of the library. Maybe he should have gone a little more aggressive here, but I think he must have a Settle. No, deploy. Okay. Alright. Well, that'll buy him a turn or 2. He didn't block, that's surprising. Maybe he has something to blow up the board. So we'll just play out a bunch of creatures. I think he could still have settled the wreckage and he might have saved it. You know, no way to know. Well, so now we're getting the real power of experimental frenzy here. All right, and I can make a zombie token with the marshal, but I'm gonna wait till his turn to do that. Chemister's Insight. Okay, if he doesn't play Cleansing Nova on his turn, I think I will attack with quite a bit more next turn. Try to go ahead and win. Okay, Resplendent Angel, that's a good sign. Probably not going to Cleansing Nova if you got a Resplendent Angel out. Only thing is, he can give it lifelink and gain quite a bit of life. Let's see, what else are we going to cast here? It's probably going to leave up the 6 to give it lifelink. Maybe I can draw into a creature kill spell here. Take 7. It doesn't have trample. I don't think I'll be taking 7 off of that thing. Go ahead and block like that. If he's got anything else to play for the end of my turn, I'm going to use his ability. Get rid of him. Make a zombie. Kind of got to trade up on him there, so that worked out well. Okay. That's almost got him dead right there. Alright, so I think I got to be more aggressive here. So if he pumps him, he's going to gain 5 life. He's going to make an angel. Well, let's just attack him with everybody. If he settles, and hopefully I get to go off with frenzy. Or it could mean that that I do myself in. Who knows? Angel of Grace. Until end of turn, damage that will reduce your life total to 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. That does save him this turn. How did that not work? Wait, how did that not work? I'm confused. What did I miss there? How did Angel of Grace not save him? Well, that was a good first game. I mean, you got to see the power of Experimental Frenzy in a deck with like a bunch of 1-drops. I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys what's in the deck here. So we got a ton of 1-drops, right? We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 22, 24 1-drops. A lot of creatures, a lot of 1-drop creatures. Then we have a Freebooter, Marshal, Walk the Plank, light up the stage for more cards, Spawn of Mayhem to go over the top, Experimental Frenzy, and then 20 lands. So it's a really simple deck. Actually, we got 61 cards here. We got a little bit too much, but I don't want to mess with taking anything out right now, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Let's see what that Angel of Grace did. I'm still confused why that didn't save him. Okay, Flash Flying. When it enters the battlefield until the end of turn, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Okay, so I think what happens, Vicious Conquistador's trigger happened first, and that took him to 0, and that resolved before Angel of Grace. So I think if he had waited till I attacked and played Angel of Grace in response, I'm not really sure. Hey, if you guys know what happened, let me know in the comments below. I'm no rules expert or anything, so I thought that had saved him, but it didn't. All right, so let's move on to the next match. Again, we're playing Mono Black Experimental Frenzy. Let's see what we can do. You know, this is not like what I would consider a competitive deck because it can just get crushed by a lot of board wipes and things like that. But when it goes off with Frenzy, you know, it's really fun. You can just play 5-6 creatures in a turn sometimes. So we're up against Super Toto. And we have our lands. But it is a slow start, but we have our Frenzy, so I'm going to keep it. You know, ideally, we get a creature out first turn and 2 out on the next turn, so... Looks like we're up against Merfolk. Could be a problem. Merfolk can definitely be a problem. He might put Curious... It could just be mono blue aggro. So we might see Curious Obsession on the Mistcloak this turn. That could also be a problem. Eventually, we can probably get more card advantage with the Frenzy if it resolves. So he's on Merfolk, I think, not the mono blue aggro. It's probably actually better for us that he's on Merfolk. So we'll attack in, see if he wants to trade. He might. So I'm hoping for a land soon so I can play the Frenzy. Okay, taking the trade. That's fine. So here, we'll dump out 2 of these guys. And as you can see, if we didn't have the Frenzy, we'd be pretty close to running out of steam here. Alright, so Deep Root Waters is a problem for us. Because it blocks. He's going to have a bunch of 1/1 Merfolk that's going to kind of roadblock us. But we'll go ahead and get these out. Hoping next turn we can get the Frenzy out. If he plays 2 Merfolk here, then he's going to have 2 1/1s, and it's going to start shutting us down. We need to get Spawn of Mayhem to start going over the top. Oh my gosh, double. Man, things are going to get ugly. Alright, that's good. We're going to get the Frenzy out. But this is going to be an interesting match. We'll see if we get overwhelmed before we can, you know, I like the Marshal, but I gotta go for the Frenzy here. We need to hit some runs where we're playing 4 or 5 creatures a turn to stay in this. Oh my gosh. Double Deep Root Waters. This is gonna be quite the thing. Another Frenzy. That's not what I wanted to see. Certainly not what I wanted to see. Alright, well we're just gonna attack in. Merfolk Trickster. I don't know why I didn't play that when I attacked. Okay, tap him down. Alright, well we won't attack in. Because this is not a good attack for us, and unfortunately we gotta play this thing to get it out of the way, so that was a very bad draw there. We can't get a Footlight Fiend down. Okay, so hopefully next turn we start hitting a run with the Frenzy. We're already being outclassed. We need the Spawn of Mayhem to go over the top. And thankfully it looks like he's only got 3 land, which is slowing him down. Oh, there's the 4th. And he's got green. Merfolk, we'll start seeing Branch Walkers maybe. Jade Light Rangers eventually. Not playing anything. And attack first. Could have a pump of some kind. Definitely block with a Fiend. Did I take the rest of it? Actually, let's block like this. Block him. I'll take 3. See if he pumps something. Yeah, he didn't pump anything. Take out. I'll take you out. That's a good thing about the Footlight Fiend. It can take out a 2/2 or it can take out 2 1/1s on the block. Okay. Would have preferred to keep this on top, but that's fine. Alright, so I am going to attack in Trickster again. So this guy, for some reason, I don't know why he's not waiting until the attack, because he could really blow me out with these Tricksters if I had attacked already. So again, I'm not going to attack into that, because that doesn't make any sense. Okay, and tap him down. Not going to attack. Go ahead and play this for the full cost. Also get out of Conquistador. Hopefully he can't do anything about the spawn and we can start going over the top. I think that's really our only real chance here, because he's got the ground clogged up. Maybe Duress does. Well, Duress will go to my hand. I won't get to cast it. I was about to say maybe Duress does something here. He might be all creatures though. It might not do anything anyway. Yep. Alright, so he might be leading up to a sleep, which would be very bad, obviously. Man, so many merfolk. Look at this. This is ridiculous. But he's got 2 turns if the Spawn of Mayhem lives to do me in. Looks like he's going for it. Well, he didn't go for it entirely. He should have went for it entirely. I really don't know what he's holding on for, to be honest. Can't block the Trickster. We'll just block like that. Yep. So I think he can probably get me next turn, depending on what we do here. We'll play this. Another land. Oof. That is not what we wanted to see. And I'd have to blow up 2 of these to use the cards in my hand. How much damage? So he's going to get 4 through no matter what. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 7 creatures. Oh, more creatures. Oh man. So he's going to kill me this turn. There's not anything I can do about it. So I guess now we're seeing the downside of the frenzy. So where it can accelerate you, it can also shut you down. You know, I got a lot of good cards in hand, but I can't play any of them because I had to double frenzy. I can't blow up 1. Yep. Alright, so this is where things are just way too out of hand here. I mean, what would even help in this situation? Nothing in my deck. I would need like a Plague Mare or something like that. Or yep. Okay. We'll just go ahead and attack with everybody this time. Let's get this over with. I got 6 1/1s. Okay. I mean, I can survive, but I don't know if there's any real point in it, to be honest. I mean, I'll go ahead and block and see what happens, I guess. I think I can survive. Maybe I can't. I think I have to block. Oh, I can't block. Yeah, I can block those. Here, let's do this. Block you. Gotta block the 2 5/5s, and then I take 5. I don't know why I didn't attack with everybody. I don't think it's gonna make much difference, to be honest. Block a 1/1. Okay. Alright, so unless I get some type of crazy miracle this turn, I don't see how I'm gonna beat him. I can swing him for 5, or 6 actually. If I had Lightning Strike in here, I could do it, but I don't have that in here. My turn. Graveyard Marshal is not going to do it. Another Marshal. Deadweight. Footlight Fiend. Actually, I might be able to win here. Okay, so he's going to be down to 1. Alright, so I got him down to 1. I've got the Fiend, so when the Fiend dies, it'll deal 1 damage to him, but I'll also obviously die from combat damage. Let's see what happens here. Block you. It doesn't really matter. So much damage coming at me, it doesn't really matter. Yep, so he got me. But we got close, right? We got close. We got him down to 1. If the Footlight Fiend damage had counted before combat damage, we would have got him, obviously, but we didn't. So let's try game 3. Again, that was a fun match. You know, Experimental Frenzy makes it very unpredictable how the match is going to play out. If we had lightning strikes in there, we could have won. If we had shock, we could have won. So, you know, there's some argument for going more red-black than mostly black, splashing red. You know, obviously this is a weaker version of just mono red with Experimental Frenzy, but you guys have seen that deck a million times, so there's no point in me doing that deck. And I like black. You know, I like playing mono black, so thought it might be cool experiment to try this. All right, so we got 1 win, 1 loss. Let's see if we can pull out another win. This is pretty slow. Pretty slow, but I'll keep it, I guess. I might regret keeping it. Fanatical Firebrand, okay. Alright, so let's get down the Conquistador because it can block the Firebrand this turn, unless he shocks it. Not having double black's gonna hurt. Pyromancer, okay. Oh, at least we stopped the attack for a turn. That was good. I think we'll Duress here. Try to take a burn spell. Skewer the critics or risk factor. Well, they're both bad for us, to be honest. I think I'll take Skewer the critics here. Yeah, risk factor is just a beating. Matter of fact, I thought about putting risk factor in this deck instead of Experimental Frenzy. It might be better. So he's probably gonna risk factor here, or Gutter Snipe maybe. Gutter Snipe, okay. So at least we stopped the attacks for a couple turns. There's the Frenzy. We can Graveyard Marshal here. At least we're slowing his creatures down. I'll go ahead and Graveyard Marshal. We're not going to attack, we're just going to hold up. Just going to hold up the blockers. We're going to start taking a beating from this Gutter Snipe, though. It's going to be a problem. You know, hopefully I can get a Walk the Plank or a Dead Weight or something and take care of it. Here comes the risk factor. I'm not going to give him the cards. Fine, take the action. Man, that's a beating. Just took 6 damage from that spell, and he can play it again next turn. Take me down to 5. I got no life gain in here. I might have to give him the cards next time. Hope he draws lands. Card is such a beating. Experimental Frenzy's probably going to be too slow, honestly, by the time it comes out. Playing our Marshal. Guess we'll go ahead and attack in. Not doing any good sitting here. This turn I might have to give him the cards with Frenzy if he plays it again. Alright, there's your cards. Hope you didn't get anything good. All lands, hopefully. We got at least 1 land, it looks like. 1 land and 2 something else's. Hopefully creatures and not burn spells. Hopefully no more risk factor. Pyromancer, not as bad as the risk factor, but still annoying. Haven't seen any Steamkins, which is good. That slows him down some. This turn, I can play the Ghoul and the Frenzy. I'm not going to attack in. I'm going to keep up blockers. No attacks. And this game might already be too far gone. I mean, 2 burn spells pretty much does me in. Yep. If he has another burn spell, it's over. And it's over. Alright, so there you go. Mono red running all over me. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough. We'll try one more and see if we can get another win. So far we've won 1, we've lost 2. Not the best showing. I'd like to get one more win. Be 2-2 at least. Up against Preclude. That is an odd name. Alright, we got double black on turn 2, so that's good. So turn 1, Duress, I think. Or we could turn one of these and then turn 2. Now we'll turn 1 him and then turn 2 Kitesail maybe. Or turn 2, depends on what he plays here. Alright, so he might be a slow deck, so go ahead and attack. Let's go ahead and Duress. Eldest Reborn, Discovery, Chemist's Insight, Doom Whisperer. He's pretty far away from any of these things, so I'm going to take Discovery. Hope I can beat him up before he gets to his 5th land, is my plan here. Freebooter can get one of the other cards. Okay, I think I'm going to take the Chemist's Insight here. Try to keep him off land 5. He's got 3 in hand. Okay, I need to find a draw spell here pretty soon. I'm running out of steam a little bit. There's land 4. Okay, here comes the Marshal. Where's that land? He kills something with Eldest Reborn, I can make a zombie. Okay, and he just conceded. Okay, so that was a pretty good match. We didn't see any of the Experimental Frenzy or card draw, but it was still, you know, still pretty fun. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it a video there. I mean, this was just kind of a fun experiment. The first games where you really got to see the power of Experimental Frenzy, and then the next 2 games we lost, and the last game we won just on the power of the black fast creatures. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'm new to YouTube, so it really helps me out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the arena.